Okay, you guys did great on that. Good job. And over relax. We shifted our minds a little bit. It's good. Because this is hard work in here, and so you need to have those breaks. I encourage you to do this on your study breaks. There's nothing wrong with putting on some good music and dancing around. All right, so now we're ready to talk about a really interesting and probably one of our most important lectures in the class, and that's specific purpose and central idea. I say this because it's worth a significant amount of points. So when we're looking at that draft or that outline, where at the top of it has your name, and then the word specific purpose, and then central idea or thesis statement, those two sentences, for two sentences, they're worth just about 20% of your entire outline. So it's important enough by points, but it's important that you have these down right and you understand how to create these because they're foundational to the rest of your presentations. So we start with, and I promised that this would come back again, we start with the general purpose. I just put GP up here. So how did I describe the general purpose in our last class?
It's informational, what we want people to know.
Okay, so general purpose, that's part of it, and it's our relationship with the audience. So a general purpose identifies. So it's the first thing that we tell our audience is this is our relationship. And there were three things I named. What were those things?
Inform, persuade, entertain.
Very good. Okay, now that we've reminded ourselves what this means, next we're ready to create a specific purpose statement. A specific purpose statement is also called an objective. Sometimes you hear it called a behavioral objective. So when you move outside of this class and you take a business class or other types of classes, or you're in the business world or you're in your professions, you'll hear these words used interchangeably and they'll expect you to know what this means. So a specific purpose statement, who knows what this is? Or an objective? What's the purpose of it?
Just to give a little bit of information on what you're about to talk about.
Okay, so it's not the whole thing, because obviously that's coming. Okay, so this is what you intend to do here with the audience. So establish, it's your objective. If it's a behavioral objective, it's what you want your audience to be able to do. And there are three things that must be present in a specific purpose or an objective statement. The first thing is the general purpose. Okay, so we obviously know what this is here for our first presentation. It's to inform. The very next thing is the target audience. So you have to have the target audience in this. And this is us going into this thing being audience-centered. Okay, so for this first presentation, what's the target audience? Who's our target audience? Yeah. So that's something that you have to consider as you're creating these presentations. We talked about public speaking and what is appropriate in certain settings with diverse audiences. What does that look like? And so we already have an idea of what this is going to look like. That it's going to be pretty formal because that's our target audience. Okay, and then the very last thing is our theme. So it's our goal. It's the thing that you've been working on these last couple of class periods. It's that whatever it is, categorized. So what is that thing? So by now, you should have enough tools to write a specific purpose statement. There's a couple different ways to do it, and I'll share with you both ways, but it's not hard once you've done that background work. So once you've looked up the sources, once you've narrowed down your topic, once you've thought about it and got to this place, then you should be able to write a specific purpose statement. So it sounds like there's two ways to do this. And I promise you it's not that difficult. I will inform who? The class about, okay, your narrow down topic. Now if I were to say, I will inform the class about education, you know you're not narrowed down enough because there's no way you could do that in 7 minutes. So that's why it has to be narrowed down. Now, if it's something like a workshop, or if you want the class to really get a handle, or your peers to really get a handle on something, you may say something like, by the end of this informative presentation, my peers will be able to list the important steps in the adoption process. Okay, that's getting a little bit fancier. The other thing you can do is, if you don't like the generic, I'm going to inform the class about this thing, you can say, I plan to educate my peers on this thing, or their participants. So you can get fancier as long as those 3 steps are in place. Now when you write this statement, you do want to make sure that it's very clear, and you're not using vague or figurative language. So I'd like all of you to go ahead and write a specific purpose statement right now. Even if it's not perfect, just write something down. When you have something written down or typed out, be sure and share that with your peers. Have them check over it. If you find yourself trying to explain to them what you mean, that means that you need to tweak that so it makes sense on a first read.
I plan to do like classmates about the difference between shipping and additional funds. Your peers, classmates, she wants that. We also did I just know a little bit, but that would be yeah, and I just read a little bit that they keep really close so they don't have room to walk. I didn't know which way I was going to That's what they say, they have room to Yeah, I'd like to know why the farm. Try and see the difference.
Is anybody else struggling with their specific purpose statement? Can you do it? Yeah.
It's like a big responsibility.
That sounds good. That's a very good first attempt. That's a good first attempt. Makes sense to me. All right, so just remember for this first attempt, you